What's up, YouTubers? Today I've just come off Leeds Road and I'm walking up Gladstone Street. I didn't realise how steep this road is, but today I'm actually meeting Andy Joyce and we're gonna have a look at this abandoned cemetery. Now recently we've had a bit of a phase of doing abandoned cemeteries. That's because we've had so much interest from our viewers and we've had positive interest, and we had Andy Joyce who contacted us last week and he's going to show us another part of history of Bradford hidden away. As you can see, what a mess. So I'm just at the back of Gladstone Street and I can see Andy across there. Thanks for joining us, Andy. Right, I was just saying to our viewers, another in plain sight.
Yep.
And in amongst the residents again.
Aye.
And it is a bit of a shocker. Every time I do a video like this, it just never fails to surprise me. The mosque's just there. So tell me a bit about yourself, Andy, and why this particular cemetery you're interested in.
Well, as a kid I kind of grew up in this area in the 70s, and in fact just at the back there on Heath Terrace, and you know, as kids we always used to play in here, but in them days there was a lot more headstones and monuments and stuff. But over the decades it's just kind of, well, as you can see, this is, you know, how it is now. And I always think it's a shame really, because it's a piece of Bradford heritage.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, this cemetery is what, 170 years old.
Right.
First opened in 1851 and the last interment here was in 1909.
Right, okay.
By the 1890s there were less and less burials here because you'd got Bowling had opened, Undercliff,
Right.
and all the other municipal cemeteries. So then after that, certainly from the 60s onwards,
Right.
it's just kind of been neglected.
So it's mainly large families from Ireland that are buried here,
Yeah,
is that correct?
there's a huge amount of Irish immigrants here
Right,
as well.
okay.
Predominantly Irish. There are some
Right.
German families. So yeah, it's Irish and mainly.
Right. And roughly how many burials do you reckon here?
Well, on the figures that they say there's 1,000, but I've been doing quite a bit of research on this, and you're looking at somewhere between 5,000 plus people buried here.
Right.
So anywhere between 5,000 and 8,000.
I'll just pan across. So are you saying all the way across there?
Yeah, right down to the bottom of the school.
Oh, that's a school there, yeah?
Yeah, and even the playground, that used to be part of the cemetery, so that was just flattened and
Right.
the playground was made.
That gives you an idea. So we could actually be standing on some burial plots here.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
We wouldn't know it.
Right, so let's get close to that and have a look. Do you know anything about this particular one?
Yeah, this is a man called Canon Scruton, so William Scruton, and he was the parish priest at St Patrick's upon Westgate, and he's the priest who actually finished the building, opened the school, finished the presbytery, and he was buried here in 1887. And there's
Right.
news reports all the way from St Patrick's all the way up here. All the crowds just line the streets to see his funeral cortege
Right.
here.
What was weird about this place is I actually googled it and there's not much
No.
anything online, is there?
No, very little. There's a few web chat rooms where people have been asking about families and things like that.
Right.
But I'm fortunate to have the register, the burial register. So I've got a list of all the names, all the people who
Right.
are buried here.
Okay.
And they go from 5 minutes old up to 80.
Right. And do we have any idea who owns this piece of land, or
This is council.
council?
Council own
Right.
it,
Okay.
yeah. but unfortunately there's just no cemetery plan. So all cemeteries have plots, and each plot has a number, within it. So it's easy to find graves, but I've not been able to track down any cemetery plans.
Somebody's jacket there. Strange. That's actually stood the test of time. Right, let's go further down. It's a rough terrain.
You've got to know
you've got to be careful, yeah. When's the last time you've been here, Andy?
The last time was in, I think it was November.
Right.
Down with someone from the council to see what we could do. I mean, there's plenty of people who are willing to volunteer.
Yeah, yeah.
Just getting started.
Exactly, yeah. That's what we found with other videos as well. Plenty of interest, but they want leaders, don't they, really? And somebody to initiate it.
Yeah.
You know anything about this?
Yeah, this one is just round on the other side, but this is a man called Francis Hawkingham, and he was a teacher down here at the local school, and he drowned when he trying to save one of his pupils. So he died in 1863.
1863. Let's have a look at some more information there. Yeah, look at it, just sunken on it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the first cemetery I've seen where there's only a few monuments. There's nothing else.
No. Oh, there's about probably about 24 headstones, but they're all on that far wall. But as you can see there, they're all covered in brambles and.
Oh, you mean across there?
Across there, yeah.
There's
a load of headstones across there.
Is there any way we can try access it? If is it a bit of a losing battle, do you think?
Yeah, it's obviously
it's summer, isn't it?
It's summer. It's a lot difficult in summer. In the autumn, winter it's easy.
Right.
But yeah, there's about 24 over there.
And what I can see the wall there. What about if you go on the other side of the wall? Can we sort of? You can't see it, can you?
Because the wall's too high.
Right, I see. Well, we get the idea anyway.
Yeah, but there's about 20 odd.
20 odd.
Yeah, 20 odd there. All engraved, so they've all got the names on and everything.
And they've just they're headstones that have just been placed there afterwards, after the burials.
When the council, as I say, so they would all be dotted. And if I'm from memory as a kid, I think the headstones used to go that way rather than from bottom to top or top to bottom.
Right.
So it was basically easy for the council to maintain it, but as you can see, it's not really maintained anymore. And they were placed over there. There were a couple of exhumations, but they were taken up to Bowling Cemetery. I found those in the records there, but there's only about 3 or 4. And what's interesting, I've been cross-referencing the burials here to the burials at Undercliff, Bowling, Schoolmore, just to make sure, because some people say, oh, there's not that many people buried here, but checking out the dates with the names, there's no records of them at the other cemeteries, and this would have been the only cemetery at the time for Catholics.
Interesting.
Just kind of double checking.
Right.
Just to confirm.
Is there any other Catholic cemeteries in Bradford? Is this the main one, you reckon?
This is the only one.
Right. We're going to try to get to these headstones that are placed against the wall, but as it's summer, there's always this issue of fighting through all this greenery. You wouldn't believe, we're actually walking over graves. You've done this before, haven't you? I can see you're pretty confident walking through this.
Crescent has been as long, but you can just see some. So they all go from the top there all the way down, so there's loads under the brambles, and then you can just see the sun there.
So we managed to get near to the wall, but I'll just raise the camera. I don't know if you can see that. You can see some of the headstones. See the wall?
Yeah, so we go all the way. So we've got one there just through the brambles.
Right.
So yeah.
It is a lot of work to be done. Yeah, you can see them here, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just across there. You want to grab the camera, see if you don't mind, because you've got better.
Right. Yeah, so you can just see there, and then they go kind of all the way down there. So all engraved, and every names and dates and things on as well. Yeah. So yeah.
Have you ever had any relatives or descendants? I know it's a long time ago, but
yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
All right.
My great-grandparents. Well, my great-grandfather's buried here.
All right.
He was from Ireland, and my great-great-grandparents are buried here who were from Ireland as well.
Right. Obviously, it is personal as well to you, and you're passionate about these things, obviously, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we've even had inquiries from people in Newcastle who've got family buried here.
All right.
To know,
Right.
You know, what's happening, how's things going, and funnily enough, one of their headstones is down there, one that was moved. So they're down there.
All right. So they're not necessarily Bradford residents. No.
No, I mean, obviously, you know, like with most cemeteries, you get, you know, graves are not kept because the families die, there's nobody to keep them, and families spread. So yeah, we've had Newcastle, the northeast in particular, quite a lot of inquiries.
I bet you get all sorts of unsavoury characters, and it's a bit of a dumping ground as well.
Oh, it is. There's all sorts.
Yeah.
You know, you get all sorts really, because it's so overgrown.
Yeah.
You can see a couple there as well.
Oh yes. There's a few headstones there as well.
So, yeah, I've got one here. Read that. Joseph. So that's dated 1864.
1864.
And then we've got one just here. See what I mean about all the rubbish. So that's 1885, and then we've got another one there. So yeah, you've certainly got to watch where you're putting your feet.
Oh yeah, I fell down a few holes myself.
There you go.
It's sort of part of the territory.
Well, this is it.
So it's not only the grounds that need maintaining. Look at the stones.
Yeah,
And that's a different job in itself.
it is. I think a lot of it is just kind of rubble. People just dump rubble as well.
Yeah.
You know, building materials, any kind of waste, and it's chuck it over the wall, or as you can see here, you know, you can't see, so it's an ideal place to do
Right.
stuff, isn't it?
Is there anywhere that people who are interested can contact you? Have you got a website, or are you on Facebook, or what do you suggest?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Facebook, so if they just search Andy Joyce, or the other thing would be the parish Facebook page. So that's the parish of St Mary, Bradford. So I'm the admin for that, so they can always get in touch through that as well.
Right, okay. Obviously you've got a lot of experience with the 𝗏𝗏 as well.
Yeah, I've been a volunteer up there as well on the research side. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
No, it's great seeing you here, and I'm gobsmacked again. It never fails to surprise me. There's some of the stuff you find hidden away. But this is terrible. You just can't believe you're standing on graves and just burial plots, and it's such a dump.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I know it's a cemetery, but it could be a nice little park.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, and, you know, you look over there and you can see, you know, the rest of Bradford.
Yeah.
And you know, somewhere to sit, somewhere quiet, somewhere to bring the kids to play, or that kind of thing. So there's a lot of
there's a lot of potential.
For it,
definitely.
It's just
I feel sorry for residents as well. You know what I mean? What?
Yeah, I mean, you know, even at the top, I believe, you know, people just dump rubbish at the top wall there and stuff. So it's it's a shame.
I mean, this is just a suggestion from me. Have you ever had a chat with the mosques?
Yeah, we have. A friend of mine at church, he's runs the Faith Trail.
Right.
So this is the mosque is one of the places where they come, and they're quite keen for something to be done.
Good,
So they'd
good.
be,
There you go.
they're willing to help.
Yeah.
But we've got the people willing to help, but it's getting going. That's
absolutely.
that's the thing.
Well, I'm hoping this awareness video does actually get more people involved, or people that don't know about it will know where it is, etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's, we talk, 2025 Bradford, the city of culture.
Yeah.
Well, you've got culture, we're standing on it, from 170
absolutely.
years ago.
Yeah.
So we think about the future, but we often forget about the culture of the past.
So there you go, another abandoned cemetery in Bradford. It never fails to surprise me, some of the conditions you see. And thanks for Andy Joyce for joining us. He is one of the 𝗗𝗲𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 volunteers, and I hope this awareness video does help his mission to sort these grounds out. Until next time, I'm signing out. Peace out.